Hey everybody, today we're talking about the bannings from Wizards of the Coast for Magic that just came out a couple days ago. We're going to talk about if this sets a dangerous precedent moving forward or if this was a really good choice for the longevity of the game. Stick around, we'll be right back. Let's go ahead and start with standard, and I'm not going to act like I'm some standard master here because I don't particularly like the format myself, but I do think that I understand a few of the reasons why the things that got banned did. With that said, let's go ahead and get started with, in my opinion, the least interesting of all the bannings, and that would be Reflector Mage. Reflector Mage really probably wasn't deserving of a ban this time. If it was going to be banned, it should have been banned during Collected Company, as that was really when it was the big offender. That Bant Company deck just led to too many bad feels for too many players. The big problem with it is just the fact that it destroys tempo in every single regard. It's a 2-3, so it can handle any bears efficiently and profitably. It also can attack fairly well for 3 mana, for considering what it does. This easily could have been a 1-3. Wizards pushed it a little too hard. That said, it shouldn't have been banned this time. It should have been banned 3 months ago or 5 months ago, whenever. But there's not much else to say about Reflector Mage. Let's move on to the stuff that's a little more interesting to talk about. Now, I'm sure that this is an unpopular opinion in general, but I will go ahead and say that I think Smuggler's Copter should have been banned. It's very, very efficient for what it does at 2 mana cost for a 3-3 that loots when it attacks or blocks. It also flies and crews for only 1. This card was really pushed. They wanted to see what they could do with the vehicles. I understand what they were going for, and they've even admitted it was a little too pushy for the standard metagame. It slotted into every deck, and that really became a problem as you started to look through the winning deck lists and the top 8 lists. It's pretty easy to see why this came out. I know it makes a lot of people mad. Anyone that just bought, their playset of copters or foiled their copters, or the fact that it, makes what used to be a chase rare in the Kaladesh packs no longer that exciting. It's not great. They don't want to ban cards, but this definitely needed to go. It was causing problems, and now let's see what happens that it's gone. Now let's go ahead and get into the really big issue with Emrakul the Promised End. I know that some players really like it, and the players that like it are the ones that cast it. Let's go ahead and just put that out there. I haven't really heard any positive stories from friends that have had it cast against them. Mindslaver makes, it makes games feel really unfun. I personally don't have a problem with the effect, and the little amount of standard that I played, I didn't mind the card. But I could see how if you're going against Emrakul decks, 3 rounds of an F&M, it's probably too much. This card was really pushed, and keep in mind, they don't want to ban the highlight card of a set. It's a chase mythic, legendary creature. They don't want to ban a card like this. But when it's this powerful, it's good to see that WotC decided to actually go through and ban the card. If it leads to a bunch of players not wanting to play standard anymore for this card existing, it's good to get rid of it to encourage a healthier metagame. I know it just kills the green-black Delirium deck. It just kills it completely. But in the end, if that generates 1 or 2 extra decks, that's probably not a bad thing. So all in all, in the standard portion, I agree with 1.5 of the bans or 2. I don't agree with Reflector Mage, but I think Copter and Emrakul needed to go. They were doing too much to shape the format. And let's go ahead and jump into Modern real quick. I'm going to go ahead and start with the quick one here with Golgari Grave Troll. It's been banned before. WotC doesn't like Dredge, so it's pretty easy to see why this is gone again. I know the Dredge deck was fairly powerful. I didn't play a ton of Modern in the last, 3 months or so I can't attest to its pure power myself. I know a lot of my friends played it, a lot of people at the locals played it, so I assume it was pretty strong. With Dredge being in the format, it's an okay deck to have as long as it's not the most consistent, most powerful deck. It's kind of like Storm. You don't really want Storm to be the most powerful or overpowering deck just because combo leads to bad feels for players. It's hard for them to have a gateway whenever they're dying on turn 2 or 3. So I understand why this card's banned. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of the banning, but it needed to go. So if you're a Dredge player, you're just going to have to make it work with Stinkweed Imp, I suppose. Now, finally, we're going to get to the one I really want to talk about, and that's Gitaxian Probe. So I don't think that this was the real culprit or the right card to ban in general. I'm a really big Storm and Jund player when I do play Modern, so the fact that this banning actually just kills a deck completely that I enjoyed, that wasn't a big offender, to be honest. It's pretty upsetting. I also think that they just totally missed the mark. If they wanted to mess up Infect or a deck like that, they really, really need to ban either Become Immense or one of the cards that goes more powerfully in that deck. I think they really made a mistake on this banning. Although I will say I don't know if we'll see it back. It does lead to too many fast starts for decks like Suicide Black or Death Shadow and all that. I understand that, but the card was very consistent. I get what they mean in their press release whenever they said it led to perfect information for combo decks and fair decks and aggro decks. Essentially, if you were aggressive, you could play it for free. And I suppose that's not great, but all in all, I'm really upset that this one got banned. I don't think it was the right call. If you want a little MTG finance tip, if it drops under 50 cents, I would pick up as many of these as you can. I do think that it will receive an unbanning in a year or so, maybe sooner, maybe further, maybe it never comes off, but this card seems like it'll be something to appease the player base to unban down the road. So I would look out for that in the future if you want a little MTG finance tip. I'm not necessarily right on this, but that is definitely something I will be doing moving forward. But aside from that, I guess I'm more baffled that they're letting Saheeli Rai and Felidar Guardian play at least through the first 5 weeks of the Pro Tour. It seems like they didn't like it in Modern, so I'm surprised they want it also in Standard. But that's besides the point. I know there's another combo running around Standard. If this is the way WotC wants to take it, I'm personally really excited about it. I've always been a combo player in general, so I'm pretty excited to hear about this. But anyway, if you made it this far, thanks for watching all the way through. And if you like this, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out a lot. If you ever have any questions for us or want to give us a video idea, definitely let us know in the comments section below. And we can't wait to keep putting out content for you. We're really happy to start slowly growing this channel with all of you. So like and subscribe, let us know, and we'll see you soon.